I have Janet on line B.
Janet.
Hi.
Janet's sad.
I'm sorry?
Janet sounds sad.
No, I'm just trying to get my voice down.
Why?
Everyone's sleeping.
Who's sleeping?
My parents.
Your parents?
Mm-hmm.
You're living at home?
Yeah.
How old are you?
20.
What's going on?
I'm a little, well, not upset, but I guess I'm worried because I think a past relationship I had might be affecting my relationships now.
Which relationship are you talking about?
I had a relationship when I was 17 with a man who was 8 years older, so he was 25 at the time. And we were seeing each other for a couple of months, and we were having sex, and consequently I got pregnant. And, well, that was when his abuse started. And his first reaction when I told him about it was flat out, get rid of it. So, that was that. That was where my decision, I guess.
You had an abortion?
Yeah.
And what happened?
I'm sorry?
And what happened?
Well, it was more, it was during the pregnancy, too. He would call me and harass me and tell me things like, one night he called me and asked me to go out, and I told him I was going to a get-together at a friend's house. And he would tell me things like, well, I hope you fall down the stairs so you miscarriage and I don't have to pay for it. Or he would take me to parties and pick up on other girls or go home with them and just kind of leave me there.
What do you think was the damage that this abusive relationship left you with?
I'm sorry?
What do you think the damage was that this relationship left you with?
That I think that it somehow makes me sabotage the relationships I have now as soon as I get intimate.
Let me tell you what I think, okay? I think he was so obnoxious and cruel that you felt unbelievably hurt. And that you had nowhere to go with that hurt. So you held the hurt in. The hurt turned into anger. And you began to have bad feelings, angry feelings. And you began to doubt whether or not you were a good person. And that doubt persisted. And now that doubt makes you undermine relationships because you don't feel deserving. How does that feel?
Sounds right on the money.
Okay. So what do you do to change this around?
I don't know.
Okay. The first thing you have to do you have any contact with this man at all?
Yeah.
What?
He calls me now. I mean, I cut him off whenever I can.
Well, now you don't cut him off. This is what you say to him. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, I'm glad you called because I have some bad feelings I have to share with you. I think what you did to me was one of the most despicable, hurtful things. And as long as he stays on the line, you tell him how much hurt you had and how insensitive and cruel and abusive he was. And that's all he hears from you. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't say, get away. You welcome his call. I'm glad you called. I've been thinking about your last call. You know what? You really damaged me. You know, my relationships now, because of you, wishing I'd fall down a flight of stairs, all those horrible things you said, I found myself filled with such anger and hatred towards you. You are really one of the lowest people. And you just go on and on and on. Got it?
Yeah.
And then hang up without even saying goodbye. And when he calls back, whatever hurt you still feel, you let out at him. He'll stop calling, you'll start feeling better, the hurt will be out, and this is an opportunity that I wish every person who was hurt by another person had, that the person who hurt you called you up and asked to be blown away the way you're going to do it from now on. Janet?
Mm-hmm.
Go to it.
Okay.
Take care. That would be a wonderful way to do it, wouldn't it? If the person who hurt you called you up and wanted to talk to you, you take a deep breath and say, why, you rotten SOB, do you know what you did to me? Wouldn't that feel great? Huh? Maybe you should just learn to say, ouch, I don't like what you're doing to me right now when people hurt you. Then you won't have to wait for years in the hope that you'll have a contact with them and be able to tell them off. Stay tuned.